Yo, what's up, peoples? It's Mood616 coming at you live with another 10 in 10. And if you haven't seen this before, it's just where I talk about 10 of the latest films I've watched in about 10 minutes. So let's get right into it. Start with Attack the Block. I thought this movie was actually really cool, really fun stuff. Just basically about these hood of, well, kind of a gang, I guess, like that. They kind of get involved with these creatures and or these things that come down to Earth, and they're basically trying to, I can't really say too much about it, but it's kind of like an invasion, and they're trying to protect their block and stuff. And there's some badass kids, and it's and they have to, just protect their shit and kill off these things, and it's like a monster movie, kind of alien movie kind of deal. I thought it was fun. I thought it was really fun. Definitely one of the more unique films of last year, I thought. So, yeah, I recommend it, Attack the Block. And I just recently showed this in a DVD update, The Puppet Monster Massacre. Super, super fucking fun movie, man. It's the storyline, Germans, creating this monster, and he needs to eat, to get bigger and stuff like that. And it's all shot, it's all done with puppets, and the background's all CG and stuff, and it's just such a fun, awesome film. I really thoroughly enjoyed this film. Highly recommend this film. There's lots of kills, when the army shows up and they're just like fucking hails of gunfire and shit. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I definitely would recommend this film. Super funny. Like, some of the lines in it were pretty good and shit. So you can pick this up at Toe Tag, Puppet Monster Massacre. There's a documentary, which I didn't even know was a documentary. It actually looks like a film, but it's a documentary called Central State Asylum for the Insane. And it's, it's based on this place, and it's basically about this crew. They go to investigate because it was shut down. I can't remember when it was shut down, but there was apparently some activity still happening there. So these paranormal investigators go to investigate the shit, and they set up some cameras, and they see some shadows, hear some noises and stuff. It's kind of, it feels like an A&E special to me. I wasn't really thoroughly impressed with it, because these type of documentaries always kind of leave you hanging, and they don't really explain a lot. Nothing ever comes of paranormal, investigations and stuff. And the thing that kind of threw me is really fucking short. This thing's only like 45 minutes long or something like that. I'm like, that's why it felt like a TV A&E special to me, because it just felt like it was almost like it was made for TV, and it was just cut. The commercials were cut. But that's Central State Asylum for the Insane. Some of the old clips and shit were really creepy, and some of the shots that they did get were pretty creepy, but whatever. It was short, and I don't recommend it really. On to Danger After Dark, The Living and the Dead. Now, this was a fucked up film, about this kind of mentally challenged guy. He decides that he's going to look after his sick mother after the father kind of takes off, and he fucking goes apeshit, man. He goes nuts in the house, and like, it's just really, really interesting filming in this film. And I don't really want to say a whole lot about it, but it's kind of a whole mind fuck thing to it. And I think the ending in this film was super ass cool, man. Super cool. It was interesting, and it definitely had me, I was interested in this film a lot. And I gotta say that the scene with the son when he's changing his mother, and she's like, she doesn't want him to see her naked. Holy fuck, was that ever? I felt uncomfortable watching that part. It was pretty interesting, but I do recommend this film. It was really cool. It was definitely a fun time. Okay, on to Fright Night the remake. Oh my god, I wanted to fucking shoot myself in the face repeatedly while I was watching this shitty fuck. Ugh. This film sucked. Fuck, I hated everything about this film, man. I hated Colin Farrell. I hated the fucking effects. I hated everything about it. I hated the fact that, Ed disappears in this film, and he comes back towards the end, and he's got like one fight scene and fucking dies. And, if you've seen the original film, I do not recommend even wasting your fucking life, your time of your life watching this shitty fucking film. It was horrible. It was god awful. I mean, I couldn't pass it up though. I mean, it was $5, so I figured I'd give it a chance. You know, I had no ambition ever to watch this film because Fright Night is actually one of my favorite films from the 80s, and I don't like when my favorite films are remade, and this was an abomination. This was a fucking, just a horrible, horrible, horrible movie. And yeah, and then we get to another fucking awful remake. I could not ever recommend this film. You know, the whole film was fucking shitty. If you want to watch a movie about freaks, you know, definitely watch Todd Browning's Freaks. I have the film somewhere over there. It's awesome. You know, it was done in 31. Fucking awesome film. You know, the acting is super shitty in this film. It's shot shitty. It's boring. The only good thing about this film is one scene, and that's the end. You know, the last 10 minutes is fucking brutal, man. Just outrageously gross. You know, and I thought when the two of the guys there, they planned this robbery. The storyline's fucking stupid in this movie too. But when they kill the little girl, the little freak girl, I was just like, fuck, that's just so brutal. But I do not recommend this. This movie sucked. Horrible Way to Die. Now this was a really cool film. I really enjoyed this. You know, it's about this guy that you know, he gets out of jail and or he's a serial killer, and he's kind of like trying to find his old girlfriend and stuff like that, and or no, he actually breaks out of jail is what he does, and they're looking for him, and there's like, you know, actually I can't really say a whole lot about this film without giving it away, but I do recommend this film. I thought it was really well done. The ending is fucked, like super fucked too, man. Like, yeah, if you're into, it kind of keeps you going, and then it's got a nice little twist at the end and shit, and I don't know. I thought the kills in this were really fun stuff, and I thought the guy that portrayed the killer in this movie, I'm not sure what his name is, but I thought he was really good too. Really good stuff. So, and it's kind of interesting because it seems like he has a conscience about it, you know, and he knows he's doing wrong, but that's what I really liked about the film. It has a good feel. Recommend it highly. Onto a film I guess you can classify as horror, because at first I wasn't sure until I watched it, and holy motherfucker. The Skin I Live In with Antonio Banderas is a Spanish film. You know, holy fuck, he's a surgeon, and you know, it's basically this. I don't want to say a whole lot about this film because I really don't want to say the wrong thing and give it away, but you know, it's basically a revenge film, you know, with a really, really twisted, fucking dark twist in the movie. It's, you know, he's a skin, basically what it is his wife was killed in an accident, right, and you know, and she was burnt up pretty bad, and then that he decided that he's gonna, you know, invent some skin because, you know, thought that he could have probably saved her, and he's got a patient, and, you know, stuff, and I can't really say a whole lot, but I do recommend this film. It definitely has a lot of horror elements to it, so yeah, it's a good time. By the end of the movie, you're just like, holy fuck, what the hell did I just watch? But yeah, it's very interesting. Onto a film that's not a horror movie, but I watched this recently, called Hesher, starring Rainn Wilson and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Natalie Portman. This was a fucking great movie, man. You know, the movie starts out, Rainn Wilson and his son, they're basically in mourning because their mom and wife had just been killed, and you know, the son's been being bullied and shit like that. He's having a rough time, and he kind of meets up with Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, and he fucking just like moves into the house and starts squatting there. But Rainn Wilson's character, the dad, he doesn't really care too much because he's so concerned about his, you know, his own mental health and stuff, and just a bunch of shit happens and stuff, and this is a really good time, really fucking good film. I would highly recommend this, and, you know, Natalie Portman's character, you know, the kid's kind of in love with her a little bit, and it's just a really good time, you know. I highly recommend this film. And on to a kind of modern day film noir slash kind of thriller deal. This is a Canadian film called Good Neighbors, starring Jay Baruchel, Scott Speedman, Emily Hampshire. This was actually quite good. I actually really enjoyed this film. It was pretty good. Like I said, it's, you know, it's a noir thriller. It's about Jay Baruchel moves into this house, or into this apartment complex, and Emily Hampshire and Scott Speedman are neighbors, and obviously Jay Baruchel's neighbor, and they all become friends and stuff like that. And Scott Speedman's in a wheelchair, and, you know, Jay Baruchel's character, he's a teacher. He's a really nice guy, and, you know, and basically Emily Hampshire's character, she's paranoid the whole film because there's like this serial killer raping and killing women in the city and stuff like that, and she's very paranoid, and you know, a girl that she works with goes missing and ends up dead and stuff, and basically I can't say a whole lot more about it, but it was good. I really like Jay Barshley. You know, he's a good actor. I think one of these days he's really going to break out and get something, you know, that can solidify his name as an A-list actor. But he continues to do these kind of, you know, lower key films that are really good. So I highly recommend Good Neighbors. It's definitely a fun time. You know, it's not the best noir film ever, but no, it's a good thriller, and it's a fun time. It's got an awesome twist, and you know, it's got some really there's one scene in this film you're just gonna be like, what the fuck, right? It's crazy shit. I've never seen anything like that in a film before, but yeah, so that's Good Neighbors. And this is Mood616 with another 10 in 10 video for y'all. So thanks for watching and subscribing, and peace out.